Let me tell you about the Knossos Palace ferry, a vessel that might surprise you with what it offers for travelers looking to get from Greece to Italy without breaking the bank. This isn't your typical cruise ship packed with Broadway shows and multiple swimming pools, but rather a functional ferry that actually does a pretty decent job of making overnight travel comfortable. Operated by Minoan Lines since 2001, this ship has been quietly serving passengers for over 2 decades on routes connecting mainland Greece with Italian ports. The Knossos Palace weighs in at around 30,000 gross tons and can carry up to 2,500 passengers, which makes it quite substantial for a ferry. What sets it apart from your basic ferry experience is that it actually tries to provide some comfort during those long overnight journeys across the Mediterranean. Sure, it might not have the bells and whistles of a modern cruise ship, but for what it is, the Knossos Palace does its job well. When it comes to accommodations, the Knossos Palace offers around 400 cabins spread across various categories, and honestly, they are better than you might expect from a ferry. The interior cabins are the most economical option, typically measuring between 10 to 15 square meters, which is admittedly compact but perfectly adequate for an overnight journey. These rooms come with twin beds that can be converted into a double bed, air conditioning that actually works, and a private bathroom with a shower. The ocean view cabins step things up a bit by offering portholes so you can actually see the sea during your journey, and they are slightly more spacious at around 20 to 25 square meters. For those willing to spend a bit more, there are balcony cabins available, though they are limited in number. The suites represent the top tier of accommodation and offer significantly more space along with enhanced seating areas. All cabins come equipped with basic amenities including a television, telephone, and air conditioning. The Wi-Fi is available but it is limited and you will need to pay extra for it, which is pretty standard for ferry services. What is nice is that some cabins can accommodate up to 4 people with sofa beds, making them suitable for families traveling together. The pricing ranges from about 40 to 150 euros per person per night depending on your route and the season you are traveling. The dining situation on the Knossos Palace is actually more varied than you might expect from a ferry service. The main buffet restaurant serves Mediterranean and Greek cuisine in a buffet style, and the food quality is generally decent for what you are paying. You will find fresh seafood, grilled meats, salads, and various pastries that showcase the flavors of the region. For those looking for something a bit more upscale, there is an à la carte restaurant that focuses on seafood and Italian dishes. The portions are generous and the preparation is solid, though do not expect fine dining quality. There is also a cafe and bar area where you can grab light snacks, coffee, or alcoholic beverages throughout your journey. What is particularly nice is that buffet meals are included in some ticket classes, so you might not have to pay extra for your meals depending on what type of ticket you purchased. The dining areas are spacious with panoramic windows that offer great views of the sea, and the seating is comfortable enough for relaxed meals. The dress code is casual, which fits perfectly with the ferry atmosphere, and there are no formal reservations needed since it operates on a first-come, first-served basis. Now, let us talk about entertainment and activities, and this is where you need to set your expectations appropriately. The Knossos Palace is not going to wow you with elaborate shows or extensive activity programs. There are several bars and lounges where you can socialize and enjoy drinks, and occasionally you might find live music or DJ sets in the evening. The ship does offer some basic activities like trivia games and occasional cultural presentations, especially during special sailings or holiday periods. During certain times of the year, they might organize themed dinners or wine tastings, but these are not regular occurrences. The entertainment is definitely more low-key compared to cruise ships, but it fits the practical nature of ferry travel. What the ship lacks in organized activities, it makes up for in relaxation opportunities. The open decks provide plenty of space for sunbathing and taking in the sea air, and there are comfortable seating areas where you can read a book or simply enjoy the views of the Mediterranean. The outdoor areas of the Knossos Palace are actually one of its stronger points. While there are no swimming pools, hot tubs, or water slides like you would find on a cruise ship, the open decks are spacious and well designed for passengers who want to spend time outside. The sun decks offer comfortable seating and are perfect for sunbathing during those beautiful Mediterranean days. These outdoor spaces provide excellent vantage points for watching the coastline as you sail between ports, and many passengers find this to be one of the most enjoyable aspects of their journey. The lack of pool facilities might be disappointing if you are expecting a cruise-like experience, but remember that most ferry journeys are overnight, so you would not have much time to use pools anyway. The outdoor areas also serve as great spots for taking photos, especially during sunset and sunrise when the lighting over the Mediterranean is absolutely stunning. Many passengers spend their time on deck simply enjoying the fresh sea air and the peaceful atmosphere that comes with being out on the open water. When it comes to spa and wellness facilities, the Knossos Palace keeps things simple by not having any. There is no spa, fitness center, or organized wellness programs aboard this ferry. This might be a drawback for some travelers, but it also keeps costs down and reflects the practical nature of ferry travel. If you are someone who needs to maintain your fitness routine while traveling, you will need to make do with walking around the ship's decks or doing some basic exercises in your cabin. The lack of these facilities is not necessarily a negative since most passengers are using this ferry as transportation rather than as a vacation experience in itself. The focus here is clearly on getting you from point A to point B comfortably rather than providing a comprehensive wellness experience. For the overnight journey that most passengers are taking, the absence of these facilities is not really a significant issue. Since the Knossos Palace is a ferry rather than a cruise ship, it does not offer dedicated kids clubs, teen lounges, or supervised activities for younger passengers. However, this does not mean it is not family-friendly. The ship does offer family-friendly staterooms with sofa beds that can accommodate children, and the casual atmosphere makes it easy for families to travel together. The dining areas are welcoming to families, and the open deck spaces provide room for children to move around safely. While there is no formal childcare available, the ship's layout and atmosphere make it relatively easy for parents to keep an eye on their children while still enjoying the journey. The lack of organized children's activities means that parents will need to entertain their kids themselves, but the novelty of being on a ship and watching the sea often keeps children engaged. Many families find that the ferry journey becomes part of their vacation adventure rather than just transportation. The ports of call for the Knossos Palace primarily include routes between Piraeus and Athens and various Italian ports like Ancona, as well as connections to Greek islands including Crete and occasionally Santorini. These destinations offer incredible opportunities for cultural exploration, beach visits, and city sightseeing. The shore excursions are mostly independent rather than organized by the ferry operator, which gives you more flexibility but also means you need to do more planning on your own. The ferry provides basic information about destinations, but you will want to research activities and attractions beforehand. What is great about these routes is that they connect some of the most beautiful and historically significant locations in the Mediterranean. Whether you are exploring ancient ruins in Greece or enjoying Italian cuisine in Ancona, the destinations accessible via the Knossos Palace offer rich cultural experiences and stunning natural beauty. Overall, the Knossos Palace represents solid value for money as a ferry service. The ship's strengths lie in its reliability, comfortable accommodations for overnight travel, and reasonable pricing. The cabins are clean and functional, the dining options are adequate, and the staff generally provides good service. The main weaknesses are the limited entertainment options and the absence of luxury amenities like spas or pools. However, these limitations are understandable given that this is a ferry rather than a cruise ship. The ship serves its intended purpose well, providing comfortable transportation with overnight accommodations. Passenger reviews generally rate the experience positively, with most travelers appreciating the comfort level and value for money. Common praise includes smooth sailing, friendly staff, and cabins that exceed expectations for ferry travel. The main criticisms tend to focus on limited entertainment and dining variety, but these are minor issues for most passengers. What makes the Knossos Palace stand out from other ferries in the region is its commitment to passenger comfort during overnight journeys. While many ferries focus purely on transportation, this vessel actually tries to make the journey pleasant with decent accommodations and dining options. The ship's age, having been in service since 2001, actually works in its favor as it has had time to work out operational issues and establish reliable service patterns. The cruise experience with the routes and passenger needs shows in the smooth operation of daily services. Another unique aspect is the ship's role in connecting Greek island culture with Italian mainland experiences, making it a bridge between two distinct Mediterranean cultures. This cultural connection adds an interesting dimension to the travel experience that goes beyond simple transportation. For checking booking availability and prices at your desired dates, you can use the link in description. I hope this video was helpful. Give it thumbs up. Subscribe for more travel-related content. If you are not ready to book this cruise, you can watch our best cruises playlist and choose the best one for you. Thanks for watching.